Hello everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel and tap the notification bell. I'd appreciate it majorly. This is a very simple little repair. First, before we get started, always hire a professional to do things that involve electricity. It's very dangerous. You could get hurt. This is only for instructional purposes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace. This thing's called a lamp holder, which I didn't even know what it was called. I had to look that up to figure out the name. It doesn't have a name on here other than the brand Legrand. It says lamp holder on there, but I also am very small right there. But I also just looked it up on Google. Anyways, I've replaced these before. They're very, very cheap. And the one in the closet, the balcony closet in this condo, needs to be replaced because they're very, like I said, they're very cheap. It only costs $4 to replace it. But this, because of usage over time, getting pulled many times in that balcony closet, you have to go in there frequently. The water heater's in there. It's a strange system. They have a space heater in there, and you have to turn that on in the winter so that the water heater doesn't freeze up and burst the coil. That's beside the point, but it just gets a lot of usage. And the air conditioning unit is in that closet as well, the outside unit. So it jams up now when you go to turn it on. So it's busted, but it's a very, very simple thing. I'm going to go ahead and replace it right now. I mean, in the past, I wouldn't be able to do something simple like that, but now I can. So it's not a big deal. These are the kind of tools that I'll probably would need if I was kind of installing from scratch, but most of the stuff I won't even need. I'll probably just need a screwdriver for the most part. The wires will already be kind of in a hook to go ahead and put them on the neutral or hot terminals. The gold screws are the hot terminals for the black wire. I'll show you when we get up there. And the silver screws are for the neutral wire, which is the white wire. And I'll show you that assembly in just 2 seconds right now. But these are the other tools that you might need. This would be needle nose pliers to kind of make a loop or a hook in the wire to put it around the screw. This is for stripping wire of various gauges. If you can see on there, if it'll come into focus, which it won't. There you go. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. And for screwing, for twisting two wires together to put them in a wire nut, and I've already looked up in the assembly up there. It's already done for me. I'm not going to need to do it because there is a couple tie-ons to it seems inside the box, inside the electric utility box. But a lot of times to twist two wires together, you do it by hand, but with your fingers first, and then you grab the two ends of it and twist it until it's really, really tight, then put a wire nut on top of it. I'll show you when I get up there. And wire cutters, but I won't need these. And many of your other tools have wire cutters on them as well as this does, and this does. But sometimes you need to be able to get in to a small space, even though these are big ones. So, like I said, it's in the balcony closet. It's in a kind of a spot that's a pain to work in. And actually, that space heater just went on. That wasn't on a second ago, which is a good thing. It's supposed to go on when it's too cold. I got it set so that it goes on pretty quickly, even when it's not near freezing temperatures. Anyways, that's what I'm replacing. The first thing I'm gonna do is turn off the electricity before I show you what's going on. I don't even know if I'm gonna need to stop the camera. I've already done this, so I know it's the family room. Done. All right. And let me get my screwdriver. I'll bring this with me. And the screws. And the electricity is now off. You know what? I will have to shut the camera off because I'm going to need to unloosen those screws just a little bit and pull down the light and get to work. And I'll show you once I've done that. I'm going to take the light bulb out of there first before I even do it. I busted the cord, redoing it over and over again. See how it jams up? It like and now it won't go back up in there. It's no big deal. They're very cheap, like I said. It just needs a new one. I'll be back. Okay, so I have it opened up now, and actually this particular lamp holder, which is also plastic like mine, that's why I got the plastic one. They have many times they're porcelain. I actually prefer the porcelain ones, but since I saw it was plastic, I just like consistency, I stayed with plastic. But it actually doesn't have, you know, gold and silver screw terminals. It had these wires, you know, already like part of the assembly. So that's what I was looking at when I was when I had previously already opened this up and took a look. But what I'll do, I mean, it's no problem, and it's just as well. But I have plenty of slack here to go ahead and do it myself, you know, and I will have to use my needle nose pliers to just turn them into like a, you know, a hook so that I can feed them underneath the terminals and then just screw them on. And actually, I think I'll go get my small, tiny kind of hand screwdriver Phillips head that I use specifically for that. But all right, let me get key. I'll be back. So I've removed the you know, the old fixture, and I actually am going to strip just a tiny bit from these things. And these are 14 gauge, which is what is in most outlets and for lights and things like that. You know, it's I always go by amps. Most electricians talk by volts, but for like a 15 amp plug, things like that, it's very easy to work with. It's very easy to bend and do with your fingers. So I just want to trim off a tiny bit, you know, and you just put it on the one that's labeled for 14. But if you go too low, you'll end up clipping the so I'll go to the one that's 12-14. Just want to take off a little bit more. That's too much, but I'll cut it. It's fine. I got tons to work with. Alright. Then you just want to make it into like a hook, okay? And you want to make it into a hook into the direction so that when you tighten it up with a little screwdriver, you know, you don't unhook, you know, the hook. It's kind of hard to explain. And actually, you know, because I'm kind of going to be going in upside down on my thing, I'm actually going to kind of hook them to the left, to my left. So, but I'll be going in upside down like this, actually like this. So I'm going to want to hook it to the left so that when it's righty-tighty, you know, when I tighten it up, I want it to just wrap around that screw. But if you do it the other direction, when you tighten it up, it'll basically, you know, it'll unhook, it'll open up that hook. So, and it's a little too long. Those aren't the greatest hooks in the world, but I'm working upside down and it's kind of pain. So remember, you know, it's you know, it's gold is hot, silver is neutral, and you just feed it underneath that thing, you know, just like that. And so now when I tighten that up, it'll just wrap right around there. It's really that simple. And I want to make it snug, you know, but you don't have to go absolutely crazy either. And you want to make it tight, so you kind of got to hold it in place so that it's right underneath the screw. That's good. That's pretty much it, dude. And then you want to pack your wires up into the box pretty neatly. And tighten that up. It's good. Now I just gotta put a light bulb in there and test it. Light bulb is in there. Gonna turn on the electricity back on, which is this one right there, dude. And might even, I don't know if I have to flip the switch or not. We'll find out right now. Boom! Problem solved. And that works nice. Now that switch is, you know, I mean, eventually that won't break too after lots of usage, because the water heater's in here, this is in here, and the air conditioner's in here. This is the space heater to make sure nothing freezes up. And a lot of people working here, you know, I don't know if that's dripping or what. I don't know what that is. There's a little drip coming from there. That's what that drip was. We just needed a little torque on there. Just a little bit more. This building's I just needed to put a little, you know, a little extra. And it's not dripping anymore, but I'm good. This kinds of thing makes me panic when something drip. These things have failed in several units, many units, where the expansion tank or the entire tank, the coil burst or whatever, because it froze. It's outside. It's kind of just not a very good system, the way they designed it to be outdoors. And, you know, several people have been put out of their homes because of the water that got into the units and so forth. You know, it was a humongous mess. It hasn't happened to me and my parents, but these are my parents' units. So, anyways, that's what was dripping. That gets used a lot, so it went bad, but now it's fixed. Problem solved. That's how you install a lamp holder, plastic porcelain lamp holder, install or replace. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.